Larry was a unique individual who loved the outside and he loved to fix things, which was fortunate because he also liked to break them.
That woman's name is Betsy, and she's talking about her late husband Larry, who didn't want a typical grave with a headstone before he passed away.
We wanted to do something that was environmentally friendly, something that would be different, and something that would reflect him. And we found Eternal Reefs online, and it fit perfectly because we love the ocean.
Eternal Reefs is this: a designed reef made of environmentally safe cast concrete that's placed on the ocean floor as a permanent memorial.
So each time somebody decides to do this, we get to add another reef to the artificial reef programs of one of the states that we're working in. So far, we've put out more than 3,000 memorials in 7 states, and we're continuing to grow. And this is a very positive green memorial.
That's the CEO of the company, and on their website, they note that an eternal reef combines a cremation urn, ash scattering, and a burial at sea into one meaningful, permanent environmental tribute to life.
So the families actually come, they'll mix their loved ones' cremated remains, they'll make a part of the reef, they'll get to personalize it with handprints and written messages.
Environmentally friendly ways of memorializing a loved one are becoming quite popular. The latest data from the National Funeral Directors Association finds that 60% of consumers are interested in green funeral options. And last year's cremation rate was projected to be over 60%, compared to less than 35% for burials, with cremations predicted to hit 80% by 2045. Now, even though tossing concrete into the ocean sounds like the way the mafia would say goodbye, there are actually all sorts of creative ways to make use of the cremains of loved ones. Sure, you can place them in a classic cremation urn or a custom one, like a model designed to resemble a peanut butter jar or a can of Miller Lite, but the sky's the limit these days as to what's possible, quite literally. In 2005, Mordecai star Johnny Depp famously paid for most of Gonzo journalist Hunter S. Thompson's funeral, which consisted of blasting his ashes out of a cannon. Along those lines, this Missouri-based funeral home is happy to produce quite the show by turning your loved one into fireworks, at around $4,000 for a nice 2 to 3 minute tribute, or around $13K for a true grand finale. In Wisconsin, the Kenosha Tattoo Company offers memorial tattoos, where a small amount of cremation ashes get added to tattoo ink to make the memory of your loved one last as long as your skin. For the workaholic, there's cremation paperweights. For the Radiohead, there's a bespoke vinyl record made out of ashes. And of course, there's the cremation diamond. So in case you were planning to propose to someone using the ring of your grandmother, let's hope they hurry up here. Now, with these Eternal Reefs, it's not only about finding a creative way to honor a loved one's memory. The company notes they're permitted through a number of local, state, and federal agencies to deploy these things as public reefs that anyone can enjoy. Not to mention, these can help protect ocean health too.
We're having problems with reefs around the world right now, and as we add more structure, artificial reef design systems, we end up taking and creating more habitat for fish. But it also has a positive impact both on scuba diving and recreational fishing, because we're not adding any more people fishing or people scuba diving.
That funeral group from before notes the median burial funeral these days costs around $8,000, while the median cremation funeral costs around $7,000. These things can weigh anywhere from 550 to 4,000 pounds, stand up to 4 feet tall, and range from $5,000 to $9,000 a piece depending on size. That price includes the transportation and final placement of one of these heavy boys, a GPS survey to record its location, and a bronze plaque with an inscription. This family here, the Bowers, recently gathered to say goodbye and add their own finishing touches to this reef for their parents, an option they chose based on how they met.
They met on the beach in New Jersey when my mom was 17.
I think so, yeah.
So my dad would have been 20. He went into the Army shortly after they met, and she wrote him, how many letters, guys?
400.
You have them all.
469, I think, letters. We have the last one while he was in the Korean War, and they planned to get married when he got back, and we got to celebrate their life by doing, I mean, this was a lot of fun for us to collect the things that were meaningful to them. So in a way, I guess it's closure, but it was a happy closure to be able to celebrate their life.